Hello everybody. I'm Bruce Soup Makitalia. Hello. Widorantagutin. Hello. Laden, I see you. Please like my video, hit the subscription button, and then do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I post a new video. Like and share the video, everybody. Let your friends, brother, uncle, sister know that Mess Chef Cook is live. Tell them to come grab these free healthy lifestyle practices skills. They don't need to sign up for it. It is free. It's 2025. We have to set those healthy lifestyle goals and welcome. Please hit the subscription button if this is your first time visiting my page, and then do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I post a new video. I'm Bruce. I'm cooking our amazing African traditional soup. You know, it's 2025. We have to set those healthy lifestyle practices goals and work on them. Please like and share this video. And when you see the subscription button, please hit it. Do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I do a video. Like everybody. Let your friends, brother, sister, uncle know that Mess Chef Cook is live. We have to say bye-bye to high cholesterol food, bye-bye to high sodium food, bye-bye to greasy food, and bye-bye to hypertension. We have to set those healthy lifestyle practices skills and start working on. Share, everybody. So I have my amazing nuts. I add it inside the pot. Amazing plant nuts. Add it in the pot. Yes, I promise you it's going to be delicious. So delicious. I do have my black pepper. This is very good. A good source of, fat monitoring product. It takes away the fat like crazy. Cook it always with your meals. High in antioxidants, and you will never regret your outlook. So I put just a little bit with my food each time when I'm cooking. Then obviously I have my ginger, very good for health, and rich in antibiotic and antioxidants. Put some ginger, sprinkle it all over the food. Want some garlic. We all know it has those antibiotic properties. It's very good and recommended with foods. High in antioxidants, very good source of bacteria fighters, boost up your immune system, especially your WBCs. That is like the main cells that fight against antigens or pathogens in your body. This garlic, it's the number one. The number one supplement for great health. And obviously I do have my already boiled green cocoyam leaves. This just gonna make the pots just so amazing. It's high to see this. So when you get a little bit of this, high in minerals, vitamins, your immune system is gonna be like, wow, where have you been? Yes. So cocoyam leaves, very good for food. Very good and rich. And above all, we do have our palm oil, very, very rich in antioxidants and carotenes. You know, we're watching our diet. We're asking every single body to stay off high greasy food. So this is just as good as using it the way it is. Because when you go to bleach this oil to make it turn white, that's when you break down the natural, you know, the natural fat carotenes properties that were in the food. So it's always good to just cook it the way it's being processed. I've witnessed how this red palm oil is being processed, traditionally. So I know that it is a very good source of plant fat when you cook it, just as when it is like this. Cook it like this. You don't have to pre-bleach it. As red as it is, put it in your food. It takes away any unwanted fat from your body, and it makes you just stay very, very healthy and good in our body mix. So red palm oil, incorporate a teaspoon of it with your soups. Your immune system is gonna stay very, very healthy, and your outfit, your body looks, it's just gonna look amazing. I don't have any myth about African cuisine, but although some people say, oh, it's full of fat, I bet you it's only when you have, properly, it's only when you have bleached the oil, changed the natural properties in it, that turns to be something else. But if you're using this just as it was processed, I bet you're having just the natural plant fats. Like you can get it in peanuts and pistachios. So this is how good this is when you prepare it exactly like that with your meals without bleaching it. Because when you bleach it, again, you break out the chemicals, components in this meal, taking off all the carotenes that is needed for your natural outlook body. Guys, like the video, everybody. Like and share. We gotta cook this together, make this nice delicious pot together. And of course, I always have to add my pinch of salt to make my food taste very, very tasty. As well as some seasonings. Like and share the video, everybody. Let your friends, brother, sister know that Mess Chef Cook is live. Let them come grab these free lifestyle practices skills and, work on it. It's 2025. We have to set those healthy lifestyle practices goals. Work on them daily in order to stay healthy. We have to say bye-bye to our high greasy food by learning how to cook from home versus buying on the street. We have to say bye-bye to hypertension, bye-bye to diabetes, and bye-bye to cholesterol with other ailments, which we could have better off prevented it if we knew how to. Again, if this is your first time visiting my page, hit the subscription button, do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I post a new video. Please share the video, like the video, like and share. Let your friends come grab these free healthy lifestyle practices skills. Let them know that I'm live. Please tell someone to tell someone who can also tell someone that Mess Chef Cook is here. Like the video, guys. Again, we have to work on our healthy lifestyle practices skills. As I've always said in the past, life without health is insignificant. So, how do we do in order to stay healthy? What are the practices that we need to put in place in order to stay healthy? What are the lifestyle practicing skills that we need to put in place to make ourselves look good when we dress up? How can we make ourselves feel confident when we are out there in the public? How can we make ourselves feel very decent? How can we distinguish ourselves from others out there? Guys, please share this video. Let someone know that I'm live, and it's time for them to grab those free healthy lifestyle practices. It's time for me to preach these free healthy lifestyle practices skills. It's time for me to pass on these healthy lifestyle practices skills. Like everybody.
Whoa, I want chocolate.
Skills. It's time for me to pass out these healthy lifestyle practices skills. We have to stay afloat. We have to be productive in the society. We need to get that good amount of sleep. American psychologists recommend 6 to 8 hours of sleep in 24 hours because we can only be productive, we can only be healthy if the mind, the bodies, and spirit are all connected together. So guys, like and share this video. Tell someone to come grab these free lifestyle practices. We from the African origin, we already have that risk factor of picking up hypertension. So if you already know that you are at risk of getting hypertension in the long run, please, this is the time for you to set those goals and say, I don't want high sodium food in my food because I need to stay healthy. I need to protect my heart. I need to protect my body organs because if your heart is failing, hello everybody. As I was saying, that we must have heard about this in one of my videos that I've always announced out there, that living a life without health is always insignificant. And we sometimes, there are certain elements that we could prevent us from having it, certain elements that we can prevent that it doesn't befall us, certain elements that we can prevent that we don't get sick in the future, because our origin, our ethnicity, our race already put us at risk of picking some of these elements. We from the African descent, we already have that risk factor of becoming hypertensive in the future or in the long run. So if you already have these skills, if you already have this knowledge in your mind, you know that you have to start doing certain things in order to prevent yourself from having those ailments in the future. You have to know that, okay, because I'm already from this particular ethnic group or from this particular, if I'm already, have this race, I have to know what I need to do in order to prevent myself from picking this particular disease. Hypertension, it's a risk factor for all those. Hypertension is a disease, and people from the African ethnic group are already prone at picking these ailments. So guys, if you know this already in your mind, you have to always monitor the amount of sodium that you ingest in your diet every single day. You have to be very cautious of how much amount of sodium you're eating with food, and you have to be, take measures to say any food that you think it's really high in sodium is not what I should be consuming, because you already a risk factor, and eating something that is again already high of that thing that you already at stake of getting, it's a problem that you can eventually end up becoming hypertensive in the future. So if you have all this knowledge in your mind, you can better off be safe and be healthy when you keep these things together and practice them daily. We also know that people from the Asian origin, people from the Middle East, Asia, they at risk of getting diabetes in the future. So if they know this and they're not watching the amount of sugar in their food or the amount of sweets that is embedded in their food, they can become diabetic in the future. Guys, hit this podium, hit the button. If this is your first time visiting my page, please hit the subscription button, hit the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live. Like the videos and share, everybody. Again, if it's your first time visiting my page, hit the subscription button, do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I post a new video. As I was saying, that there are certain risk factors which, put us at a higher risk of getting certain ailments in the future. If you think about, your origin and your ethnicity, research is showing that people from the African descent are already at a higher risk of becoming hypertensive in the future. So if you have this knowledge at the back of your mind, you gotta be careful to monitor yourself. How much amount of sodium am I ingesting in my food daily? Because the greater the amount of sodium that you're eating every day, the greater your chances that you will become hypertensive in the future. So if you know this thing at the back of your head, you gotta now know how you monitor your diet so that you don't get these things. You don't get these problems. You don't have this issue. You don't have this health condition or this medical breakdown in the future. Obviously, nobody wants to find out that they have something, but when you get it, that's when you know how hard it is for you to manage the condition. So guys, we have to be very careful. We have to be very knowledgeable, and we have to learn how to teach one another out there what they're doing that can put them at risk of certain condition. Also, we must have heard about people from the Asian descent or Asian origin, that people from the Middle East already have that chances or are already at risk of becoming diabetic in the future. So they got to know how to monitor the amount of sugary food that is embedded in their food every day, because the greater the amount of chances, the greater the amount of sugar that you eat again every day, the greater the chances that your pancreas are gonna fail at some point and you're gonna end up being diabetic. So guys, we gotta be very careful of how we live our daily lives. We gotta be very careful of what choices we make. The healthier choices we make, the better outcome it is, or it's gonna be for our health in the future. Also, research is showing that many people that end up having some sort of brain defects, you know, also, you can see that coming from what they do as a living. Many people that are bakeries, if you can think about it, before the hours of 4:30 in the morning or 4 a.m. in the morning, most of them are already at work, getting ready to get into their bakery shops. So lack of that amount of sleep every day can also jeopardize your brain, your neurons, and how you're gonna function, in the course of the day. So guys, American psychologist is recommending every single body to get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep in 24 hours. Not only are you able to rest out your body organs, rest out the body completely, and have your mind refreshed against the next day, you also helping to like build up the neurons, let them have that rest and any other body organs at the same time, so that when you up the next day to function, you able to function properly and be able to move on with life smoothly. Guys, please hit the subscription button. If this is your first time visiting my page, please hit the subscription button, do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I post a new video. Let your friends, brother, sister, auntie, uncle know that Men's Chef Cook is live. Also, talking about brain defects. If you know you are one of those people that obviously abuse substances, for example, let's take alcohol. When you take alcohol, what does that happen? It makes you high. Many people takes it, they want to be high. Yes. When you do that, you get that price at the same time or right there. But in the long run, how do you look at yourself? How do you function? You know, so these are things that we gotta put at the back of our head when we getting ourselves involved into certain substances, because the more addictive, the more we abuse certain substances or we ingest certain substances, the harder it is for us to eventually wean ourselves from certain things that we were doing or which we think that we already addicted into it. Because once you already addicted, it takes a very long time for you to quit. So be very wise, guys, when you make these healthy lifestyle practices choices. Be very wise when you try to live your life. Don't just follow the crowd cowardly. You gotta be very mindful of yourself. Be very mindful of what you're doing for a living. You gotta be very cautious about your lifestyle, because your future can only be determined from now and how you work on it. So guys, again, please like the video. Someone just like the video. Like the video, guys. Somebody is about to report. Like, guys. Like, guys. Again, if it's your first time visiting the page, I strongly encourage you to hit the subscription button. Do the bell to get notifications anytime when I'm live or when I post a new video. So, talking about high greasy food, and I've always mentioned this in my videos, that if you care so much about your liver, you have to avoid excessive greasy food. I know alcohol is the mainstay, but we also have to avoid excessive greasy food, because that's where excessive fat get metabolized. If you have so much fat stored in your liver, the next chances that you're gonna hear is you have a condition called fatty liver, because most of those fats are not able to be broken down by your liver. And what does that happen? If you have so much amount of fat in your body, it's gonna obviously impair the amount of blood flow or circulation to around your body. And Sometimes you could see excess amount of fat that will build up around the arteries and the veins, narrowing them down, which when the blood flow, if your pressure is so high, some of it can even break off and fall into your circulatory system. And when it gets into a particular duct or into a particular channel for blood flow to pass, it will not be able to pass because of blockage. And when that happens, you may eventually end up with a condition called stroke. You know, so you gotta be careful of the amount of fat that you ingesting in your diet. Are you thinking of having vegetable oil to cook your meals with, olive oil, maybe just butter, groundnut oil, versus using unsaturated fats and high cholesterol fats? So guys, be very careful, monitor what you ingest daily, because your life and your future only depends on how you only depends on your choices that you make every day. I know people sometimes will tell you they can eat what they want. Yes, you can do that, but again, think about the consequences of your action in the long run. Like and share the video, everybody. Anybody has plans of today? Did anybody set goals for today? Did we make goals for today? Did we make goals for today? What are we working on today? Are we thinking of drinking just the correct quantity of water recommended for relieving, which is usually 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day, versus drinking 3 cups of juices and 2 glasses of wine and just a cup of water? What are our goals? Did we set some good healthy lifestyle practices goals for today? Are we thinking of becoming very healthy individuals tomorrow? Do you want to live a very long lifespan? Do you want to see your third, fourth generation? If so is the case, please, this is the time that you have to set those healthy lifestyle practices goals and start working on. Don't fall back. Don't fall back. Don't say, oh, this is doing this. What is happening to them? Nobody is going to knock at your door to tell you that, hey, guys, don't take this. Instead, some people will be happy to see you go down the same lane like they did. Only very few people will catch you up and say, guys, listen, I've been there and it's not a good path. Please don't start it. Quit. So guys, if you like yourself, set those healthy lifestyle practices goals and start working on. Be someone of a stronger will when you set those goals, and be self-disciplined. Be self-disciplined towards those, and that's how you get a better outcome for those plans and goals that you've set up. Like guys, like the video, like and share the video, everybody.